think that insight about, from your research, 2/3 of causes of incivility come from people who are more senior than us. In other words, people from over whom we don't feel we have power or control. Is there anything we can do kind of almost in the moment? Because you know how it is. Somebody starts being rude to you, shouting at you, slighting you in some way, and your heart starts beating a little faster and you kind of get that blood in your eyes, blood in your ears sort of thing. And you're kind of like, you can feel yourself almost in fight, probably actually in fight or flight mode.
Right.
And you can't control it. But, you know, using Blanchard circle, is it? There's the control, there's influence, can neither control nor influence. Is there anything you can do to influence them? Is there anything you can do in the moment to control yourself and your own reactions to that might be useful?
Yeah, well, I mean, it brings me back to a question that I love that guides my both short-term response and long-term response, which is, who do you want to be? You know, and in those moments, I also think quickly, like, am I going to regret this? Because I think that, you know, while it's very challenging to control our fight or flight kind of mode that you just described, you know, I think the idea is you would face potentially drastic consequences if you lashed out at your boss, particularly publicly, in response. So trying to cool yourself down and think, who do I want to be? And, remind yourself of the potential consequences and what's on the line. And then, later you can think about a, healthier response, including, potentially reporting something if that's helpful to you, and certainly including it in feedback and things like that. But I think it's important that you don't lose your temper at work. I mean, that's where we see a lot of things flying out of control. So,
Right.
As much as possible, I know it sounds far easier than when we're challenged to do this. So
Right.
I feel a little bit.
This is hard. This is hard stuff.
Yeah, it's easy for me to say. It's far, really challenging to do in the moment. But I think that, that's what we will try to do is, keep our heads about this in the moment and then think more constructively about, are there ways that you can defend yourself? Are there ways that you could follow up with a healthier conversation? And the bottom line is, if you can't create a better situation for yourself, then, I do think it's worthwhile about considering possibilities outside the organization, because it's just too costly on people's health. I mean, that's the sad thing. And stress researchers have shown that these kind of maybe more minor incidents that they really can eat away at you. They're like, it's like 1,000 paper cuts, and so it can take a tremendous toll almost because we are silent about it and we bottle it up and we maybe don't realize, quite the toll it's taking. And over time, that really adds up. And so I do think that it's worth taking a harder look if you're facing a pattern of this or working in a toxic environment about, would there be better places for me?
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to say, which is one of the solutions is, one way out of this is to be thinking, I don't have to sit here and take this. So what are my alternatives to where I am at the moment? And it might be a different role in the same organization. It might be a new organization altogether.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I do like those two questions. The first one was, who do I want to be? And the second one was, I can't remember how you phrased it, but I liked it. It was basically, what are the consequences of this? How did you put it?
Yeah, what are the potential consequences, for how I'm going to respond? Yeah.
Let me push on that first one just a little bit, that piece around who do I want to be? How do people know who they want to be? Are there ways of kind of helping find that foundation about how you're aspiring to show up in the workplace?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, at a big picture level, we all have role models, and many of those people are not people in the workplace, but just broadly people that we admire their character and how they carry themselves and so forth. And having those people in mind is actually personally more helpful to me than even just, leaders that I might admire. But I think if we thought about leaders that we loved to work for, and what were the things, comes back to your question earlier, which is, what could you do that would make it a nicer place to work? We all have had bosses or leaders that we've worked for that we thought, gosh, they've done some things that have really made this a much better place. And so, and, for me, I learn about these people, through reading others and hearing talks and so forth. But you try to gain these ideas, and then I would shoot to do those things, and so there's a little exercise where you write down 5 things that you've seen leaders do that you believe would make a big difference to those that work for you, let's say, or around you. And you try to do those things, and some of them may take a little extra time or care, but, we know personally from the difference that can make. And so, that would be what I would strive for, is who are your role models, and then shoot for doing some of those things specifically.
Yeah, I love that. We've just got a little bit of time left. I just want to ask you, Christine, very quickly, just about, one of your chapters in the book addresses e-civility. It's easy to think about how this stuff plays out in person. But of course, through email and online communication, there's all sorts of opportunities for various forms of abuse to happen. How do you best manage what you do so that you appear civil in the way you communicate electronically?
Yeah, well, I think, part of it is don't write when you are upset, as you described earlier. When you're feeling kind of the anger swelling you or the stress swelling you, I think those are the times that you want to, draft maybe an email, but don't send it, or pick up the phone instead, or think about, kind of a better time versus responding in the moment. I think people get themselves in trouble. But when there's conflict or they're feeling that way, and the temptation is to fire off a nasty email, to put the person in their place, and let them know how we really feel.
Yep.
And it's far easier to do that at a distance, right? So,
of course,
I strongly encourage, just if you can't resolve a disagreement, if you think that your email will evoke a negative response, if you're feeling angry or slighted, that your stress is rising or they're stressed out, or if you want to deliver bad news, those are times where I would strongly encourage that you don't use email.
I like that.
Whether you choose a different mode of communication, or you wait, that out, because I think that's where often the misunderstandings occur, or you make things a lot worse by using email.
How to begin, start doing something that matters. At the heart of this book is the insight we unlock our greatness by working on the hard things. If you want to set a worthy goal, you can find out more and download bonuses at howtobegin.com.